you guys have not gotten your issue of The Amazing Spider-Man 698 yet, you should definitely do that. This is one of those storylines that is going to change all of the Spider-Man universe for a long time. If you guys didn't know, The Amazing Spider-Man is supposed to end with issue 700 and it's going to start over as Superior Spider-Man. And Superior Spider-Man is supposed to be darker and more edgy than Amazing Spider-Man has ever been. And I just want to draw something to your guys' attention, especially if you haven't read the issue yet. The last time that we saw Dr. Octopus was issues ago. Remember that, okay? If you haven't read the issue, it will make sense now, but just keep that in mind.
The last couple issues storyline involving the Hobgoblins has been concluded, and this issue starts off with Dr. Octopus dying, and he says, "Peter Parker." This is kind of a big thing, because Otto's been catatonic for a while, and this is the first thing he's said in a long time. Then it starts to show Peter's life, and honestly, it's going pretty good. He has his dream job, and he kind of brags about it, which is weird for him, but hey, whatever, he deserves some happiness in his life. And then it starts to talk about his relationship with MJ, and that's going really good for him. They're talking again, and they're good friends, and there's romantic tension, and sparks are flying, but when she's not looking, he flirts with other girls. And that's kind of out of character for him, but hey, whatever. Then he gets a call from the Avengers, and the Avengers tell him that Dr. Octopus is really close to dying, so Peter goes to visit him. Spidey and the Avengers arrive at the raft, and Wolverine even offers to kill Doc Ock sooner if Peter wants. But Peter says it's cool, and he wants to talk to Doc Ock alone. So he goes in and talks to Doc Ock, and this is the part where my jaw literally just dropped. If you don't want it to be spoiled, don't keep listening. Okay, you ready? The Spider-Man that we've been following for the past couple issues has actually been Doc Ock inside Peter's body with all of his memories. Crazy, right? The Spider-Man that we watched defeat the Hobgoblins has actually been Doc Ock with Peter's memories. It just blew my mind away. Then to make it even more crazy, Peter, who's in Dr. Octopus's body, dies.
This actually makes a lot of sense, because now knowing that it's actually Dr. Octopus in Peter's body, if you go back and you read it, it makes so much sense to the weird stuff he says. Like, he's talking about his boyish good looks and, like, you know, bragging about how smart he is. That's something Dr. Octopus would do. Peter doesn't do that. He's humble. It's so crazy to me that the past couple issues have actually been Dr. Octopus. So when we saw him fighting the Hobgoblin, that was actually Doc Ock. All his appearances in the Avengers comics and Avenging Spider-Man, those have all been Dr. Octopus too. And it's crazy. That's actually Peter Parker. He's old and gross looking. It makes so much sense that the storyline is leading up to Superior Spider-Man. Like I said before, Superior Spider-Man is supposed to be really dark. So, you know, maybe Peter comes back to life and he's more bitter because of the experience, or maybe even Dr. Octopus stays in Peter's body and he slowly becomes good because of Peter's memories. If I had to give this issue a rating 1 out of 10, with 10 being the highest, I would probably give it an 8.5, 9. It's like really close to that 9 spot. The artwork is really solid, and I like the panels, how they're not too cluttered with activity. You know, sometimes comic panels have too much stuff going on and it distracts from the main story, but this doesn't do that. And the story moves pretty fast too. You know, there's no parts that just drag on. So, to summarize everything, The Amazing Spider-Man 698 is a solid issue. You should definitely get this. If you don't collect Spider-Man, you should definitely get 698, 699, 700, and Superior Spider-Man #1. If anything, you know? Because, you know, this is the start of a new era for Spider-Man, and you definitely want to collect that. My name's Nguyen, and if you enjoyed my partial review / summary, subscribe to me here, and subscribe even if it kept you a little bit entertained, and, you know, rate, favorite, comment, share to your friends on Facebook, and, yeah. If you guys haven't picked up your issue of The Amazing Spider-Man 697, if you guys haven't gotten your issue of The Amazing Spider-Man 698, you should definitely do that soon. This is one of those comics that I'm reading from right to left. If you guys didn't...